if you're going to be the commander of this spaceship, you're going to be in situations where...
Can we fast
forward?
I know
he's taking forever to get there.
This is what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about, y'all.
It's like the point's right there. He goes all the way around.
I mean, I get it. There's a lot of people, because I remember I was mentioning, oh yeah, it's a Kobayashi Maru, and I had people who were younger than me staring at me. I was like, you guys don't know it? Oh shit, that's gone out of favor. Okay.
He's taking, again, but this driving 3 miles to just say things that just take a few feet to walk to.
Yeah.
It's he's trying to talk about why he feels like Batman would have a reason to kill.
I know.
God damn.
But it takes forever.
So to just say this simple thing, we got on the Enterprise, went to outer space.
we graduated Starfleet Academy.
Yeah. Took a few tests and shit, it's like, come on, man. We get where you're trying to go with this. Hey everyone, Double Toasted in LA is getting close. Ticket sales are picking up. Get your tickets now before they're all out by going to dtmerch.com. Let me just say this, y'all. There's a time when you just got to look at somebody and say, move on with your life. This chapter's done. Mm-hmm. And especially when the shit you saying is just ridiculous. It's just silly. Zack Snyder was on, and I get it. He's asked questions about this, so he has to answer them. I understand. People gonna want to know, even though he's moved on. But Zack Snyder, he's still thinking he running DC.
Oh, okay.
Shit, y'all ain't nothing without me. James, y'all ain't shit. Go on and reboot your Superman. Go on and get another Batman. That shit ain't gonna be like what old Zack did, but when I was there. So he had a couple of things to say today about his tenure over at DC back when I was doing things right. Y'all just didn't know. And also about some of the new things that he's doing. Both of them are kind of questionable, what he's talking about here. So this is I thought we were talking about something else, but yeah, he brought up another thing where he was talking about Batman.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. And plus, I think he said that this comic book movies are stupid or something like that. Don't let me start adding to it. But here he is on Joe Rogan.
Like, we make myth, modern myth. Movies are modern myth. Superhero movies are modern myth. Relationships between different countries.
Beat to hell though.
Does Superman?
Yeah, it looked like Superman beat his ass.
Keep my name out of your mouth.
I told you we done, man.
And I think, and Batman in the same way, he's an answer to like urban. What is urban? The urban jungle needs a myth. Those all like in those days we'd say like, why is the volcano?
He's talking. In a conversation, so all this is right at the top of his head. I think it's a little wordy and all over the place, but I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
So far, I understand what he's talking about. I mean, he's taking a long way to say.
Yeah, he is. He is. He doesn't have his thoughts together, but
he's taking the long way to saying that we create myths for certain parts of life. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Talking about with Superman, but with Batman, he says, we need an urban myth, an urban figure for that.
Yeah, well, he's saying, the problems we have in our society that we aren't equipped to deal with, we create something like Superman who deals with it, almost like a way of self-healing, like to show us a light or a way to do it, even though it's it's mythical.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm not a Zack Snyder hater, okay? Like a lot of people. People pick a side and they don't budge.
They don't.
You make one thing that they don't like and they don't. You forever.
Right.
I'm not a Zack Snyder hater, so I understand what he's talking about. And I'm gonna tell you something. This kind of explains why, in my opinion, why he got Batman and Superman wrong. Because I think he had. And don't blame a guy for doing this, but I think he had high, lofty aspirations for these characters outside of just what we've always had.
He always talked about how he saw these characters as gods, where we're like, yes, they have perhaps godlike powers, but we want to see them as humans. Yeah, and that was what he was missing completely.
Yeah, exactly. I think that he tried to, he really was creating something that he thought would be for him. On just a slightly more intellectual level, You know, and I said that's what he aimed for. I didn't say he achieved.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and what I mean by intellectual level, I mean, I guess emotionally.
Yeah.
You know, he tried to bring some heavy, deep emotions to Superman and Batman, and that his answer to that was doing it dark. And that was a mistake, I think. I think it was a mistake.
I think so too.
He went too dark, and as you put it well, he missed the human side. So I get what he's saying here, and you know, I don't think it was bad that he tried to do what he did. I think it's the DC was the one that messed up. They just tried to be so much like Marvel that they rushed everything, including trying to make him the next Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
And he was pushed into this position too, I think. So I don't hate on him for what he's saying right now. He said something else earlier that I thought was crazy, but this is not the one.
Corrupting, right? Now the problem is like, why do I feel helpless in the face of technology or whatever? Right. And I feel like genre has allowed me to make those comments, you know?
You know, it sounds like he's been drinking about 10 of these. Celsius.
I was like, what is familiar about this? Oh yeah, you right before the show.
Yeah, that was me. I had the same eyes and everything. I was drinking one of these. I'm still drinking it. I'm high as hell right now. So I get what he's saying. So that is not the part that bothers me. That not even bothers. It's just that I disagree with. Now here's him saying something else. Maybe this might be something. This is what you're trying to hint at, or whatever. But it's got everybody kind of up in arms.
Okay.
There's a scene, the mutant has this kid with a gun to his head, and Batman says, "I believe you," and he shoots him straight in the head. You know, the Kobayashi Maru is that in Star Trek, it's that
nerd. No.
test they put Kirk through, where there's a no-win. If you're going to be the commander of this spaceship, you're going to be in situations where...
Can we fast
I know he's taking forever to get
this is what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all.
It's like the point's right there. He goes all the way around.
I get it. There's a lot of people, because I remember I was mentioning, oh yeah, it's a Kobayashi Maru, and I had people who were younger than me staring at me. I was like, you guys don't know it? Oh shit, that's gone out of favor. Okay.
He's taking, again, but this driving 3 miles to just say things that just take a few feet to walk to.
Yeah.
It's he's trying to talk about why he feels like Batman would have a reason to kill.
I know.
God damn.
But it takes forever.
So to just say this simple thing, we got on the Enterprise, went to outer space.
we graduated Starfleet Academy.
Yeah. Took a few tests and shit. You know, it's like, come on, man. You know, we get where you're trying to go with this.
And that's what the cool thing about Frank Miller. Frank Miller said, there's no trick. There's no throwing the batarang. I've just got to pull the trigger and I kill this kid.
Joe Rogan must have smoked his ass out.
Boy, oh boy.
I mean, god damn, man.
Good shit too.
Simply put, if Batman was put in a situation where he's going to kill a kid, or if the Joker's going around, he's murdered so many people, that's going to be I get it. You think there's going to realistically be a point where Batman's going to be like, I gotta kill somebody.
Listen, with all the people the Joker has killed and Batman hasn't killed him, there is no point. There is no point where Batman goes, I gotta use a gun and kill this person.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. You know, how do you, because I'm sure that you know way more, and I love Batman, but I'm sure you, and maybe even you, know way more about Batman than I do. A lot of people upset when Zack Snyder had his Batman, what it looked like, kill some people. Bunch of people.
That was a dream scenario too, wasn't it?
In the warehouse.
In the warehouse.
The warehouse.
Yeah, he killed somebody, at least one person. I was of the opinion, I flip-flop, because I say, I mean, no matter how much this guy is crazy or has a no-kill rule, there's going to be a point where he has to kill somebody to save someone. So I thought, all right, I can see his point there, but also I see the point of what makes these characters who they are. Uh-huh. And I think Zack Snyder missed the point on Superman. Superman is not dark and moody. Superman is optimistic and gives hope. Mm-hmm. And almost to the point where he's too patriotic. Batman, what makes him Batman is that he's insane and he will not kill people. He has a rule that a code he goes by.
Yes, he does. And here's the thing. Like you say, he's in a no-win situation where he has to pull a trigger to save this kid. Mm-hmm. When he shot those guys in the warehouse, he was not in a no-win situation.
He just did it.
Now, it's like, you go like, man, for somebody who doesn't kill or use guns, you got these mounted on your car.
Yeah. I will say he unfairly, and I'm not going to find the clip, but we use this on YouTube. Please edit this in. But I'm not gonna give him that much shit because everybody loves Tim Burton's Batman and Michael Keaton killed him. So
Yes,
he blew their asses up.
He sure did.
we talked about this with you. He like, no, man, he ain't never killed nobody. Like, all right, here you go.
Yeah,
he blew about those people, man.
Well, he didn't kill him though. The bomb killed him.
I want to hear that shit.
No, I'm playing. No, you watch it.
He knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing. Yeah.
Why do you think Michael Keaton's Batman and Tim Burton gets a pass, and Zack Snyder gets hated on?
All right, so you got to look at history. Everybody wants to just take things as if they just happened, but history is prior to Tim Burton's Batman was Adam West, and maybe some cartoon Batman. Not even the Bruce Timm, Kevin Conroy Batman. That didn't even exist then. So we had goofy Batman, and then suddenly we got serious Batman. All right, he does this. He's been dark. He does this one thing. You're just happy to have a Batman that's close to the Batman that we know.
Yeah.
All right, now fast forward to the time when Zack Snyder's Batman comes out. We've seen really good Batman. I mean, Christopher Nolan knocks it out of the park. Shows us what Batman really is.
Yeah.
We got Marvel taking these heroes and having them fantastic, but on a human level, funny, relatable. We love them. So when his Batman comes along and it's doing weird shit, you're like, wait a minute now.
Yeah.
We know better. We don't have to take this anymore.
Yeah.
Like if it would have came out before The Dark Knight and stuff like that, it'd been proceeded a lot better, probably.
Yeah.
I would also argue because it's not just in the first Batman, because you could say he dropped them bombs, but in the second Batman, he planted a bomb personally on somebody. That big clown strong man.
Told him to do it. No.
It was, and not only that, where you can make an argument that Zack Snyder's Batman had to do it. Shit, Michael Keaton's Batman was happy to do it. He was like, shit, I'm doing this for fun.
He did it for fun.
He did that smile after that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill him. I was like, about to blow your big ass up. I would make the argument that maybe Tim Burton's Batman is just seen as Tim Burton's Batman and not Batman in general. And I would also make the argument that by the time we got to the second one, people like, because the second one's like, it's not anywhere near the Batman. That is straight up Tim Burton's vision. It is not DC's Batman.
By the time you get to the third act of the first Batman, it's not even Batman anymore. It's Tim Burton's Batman.
And so people accept it on Tim Burton's terms.
And so Batman Returns is all... I barely consider that a Batman movie. Yeah. It's a Tim Burton movie.
It's a Tim Burton film. You were right that people were just happy to have a dark Batman. Also, I think people just kind of like, it's Tim Burton.
It's Tim Burton.
It's not really bad. We just gotta take it for what it is.
I mean, look, clowns in here. The movie just started. There's already clowns in here. This is a Tim Burton film.
So yeah, listen. Him making a Batman that kills, that never really bothered me. I think it was the wrong approach, but whatever. That's not the thing that I thought was ridiculous. That's he tried to do something. He wasn't the first to do it, so whatever. What I thought was questionable is that he made a heavy claim today.
Yeah,
and he said, and this is in Variety right here. So everybody knows, this made big news when it came out. Everybody heard about Zack Snyder's his Star Wars, which was this movie here.
I considered leaving you. I was afraid you could bring trouble to us.
And that's exactly what this is Rebel Moon. This is pretty much this is pretty much Star Wars. Zack Snyder's Star Wars, and he didn't try to hide that. He says exactly what it is. But he also said this statement here. Now, it cannot be denied that this was a huge hit for Netflix. It was I don't know about how huge, but it was a hit for Netflix. It was #1 for at least a week. A lot of people watched it. A lot of people talked about it. That is you.
The newest thing on the channel.
Right, exactly.
Tyler Perry #1.
I know. Well, you know what? There's been movies that were out like 8 years ago, they ended up being number one for some mysterious reason. You know, shit, that's documentaries and shit nobody ever heard of. That's number one on there. The most watched thing on Netflix. Like, I ain't watching it.
You think some of these studios have farms, like in India somewhere, where they just log in and just watch
Yeah,
it,
probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
just to drive up the numbers.
But if they do, Martin, Zack Snyder says, well, that's what made Rebel Moon even bigger than Barbie. He said, exactly. That's why I had to sit back and say, come again? He said here that more people probably saw Rebel Moon on Netflix than saw Barbie in movie theaters. That's how crazy Netflix's distribution model is.
I don't know their distribution model, but I'm going to say that is completely not true.
I'm going to say that's bullshit.
I tell you what, how many people watch Rebel Moon more than once?
Exactly.
or
finished it.
How many people got dressed up like Rebel Moon characters to watch this shit, the groups and whatnot. Whether you like Barbie or not, Barbie was a phenomenon.
Hey, Barbie. Can I come to your house tonight?
It'd be funny if Zack Snyder made his version of Barbie.
Should be dark as fuck.
Rebel Blonde or some shit,
I'd pay to see that.
No, I would love to see that. This is my Barbie because more people watch my shit anyway. Let me tell you something about Barbie. Barbie's a $1 billion grossing film that was seen by millions of people worldwide.
Right.
I'm sorry, I don't think, even for people at Netflix and had easy access to that film, I highly doubt that more people saw Rebel Moon than saw Barbie.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you couldn't even count what you just bring up. You can't even compare the two because one is streaming. It's nothing for people to just click and turn it on.
Yeah.
And okay, if you turn on Netflix, it's going to pop up for a little bit. I mean, if you count those, maybe.
Yeah.
I saw Rebel Moon on the carousel. Yeah,
man. He really must have been on some good Joe Rogan shit when he said that.
Right?
Yeah, because
the next day, I said what?
Joe, man, I didn't mean that. Between that Celsius and that weed.
Man, next time I'm going on Shannon Sharp.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to get him drunk. Have him talking all kind of crazy shit. Yeah. Harvey Weinstein tried to Tim Burton. What you talking about? Oh, somebody in chat. They said it, man. Somebody in chat, they got it right. Let's see here.
I did hear a pretty funny rumor about Rebel Moon.
Oh yeah, what is that?
I was at a mixer and talked to a woman whose husband worked on the film. It was like a prop master, and said a big delay came because he's a location scout and he scouted out a place like how it opens with them on the farm, and he's like, there's this plot of land that everybody Hollywood uses this for farmland. He's like, no, I want my own. He bought a big crop of land and had them plant the wheat on it because he wanted his own particular wheat, and it was the wrong time to plant, so it all died, and it pushed everything back for months, waiting for this shit to grow from seeds.
So that's dead wheat back there.
Now they ended up having to go to someone else to shoot. But he was adamant that they were going to plant their own seeds and wait for it to grow to shoot the scene.
Wow. Okay. So they just wasted time there.
Yeah.
Okay. And somebody said he already made Barbie. That's Zack Snyder's Barbie. Sucker punch.
They should rebrand that.
I'd love that, man. If they just recall this Zack Snyder's Barbie.
Right.
Yeah, move it out his goddamn mind.
Oh boy.
Whatever, man. I'm not a hater. Some things I agree with him on, some things I don't. If I like what he's done, he's made a couple of movies I really love. I mean, she made Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, love that one.
That was written by James Gunn, though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the writing on
yeah.
Yeah. It's his successor.
Yeah.
I love the Guardians of Ga'Hoole.
Yeah. Oh, the Owl movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah. No, he's Zack Snyder. Like, I'm not a hater, but then when he started talking that crazy shit, I just
Is that your friend? Ooh,
Again.
Oh, no, man.
Shit, again, he really is the Cat Williams of directed. More people saw Rebel Moon than they saw Barbie. This is just how it is. That's just how it is, man. Yeah. James Gunn directed. He wanted to be an actor. Nobody want to see no hipster glasses out there trying to act.
Oh, that's good, man.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Zach. Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.